Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Hey, we're back for live stream number 2, and hope you guys are doing good out there. Your host here, Hashman Tag, Suitman. I don't even know what I'm saying. That's Suitman. That's it. That's who's here. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. We're gonna have a lot of fun, of course. Here we are, folks. We're stepping it up on this channel. I'm pretty sure we're stepping it up on this channel. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to head towards 4,000 subscribers. Don't forget to smash the like button for the algorithm. It helps promote not only Hex, but Pulsechain and Pulsex. So get out and do that, of course. And make sure you get into the Discord as well. The new Discord and the link in the video description. Make sure you get in there too. Now, I'm going to try and make sure I've got no comments on today's presentation. So hopefully that's going to play out nicely. Get into the chat, folks. I'm going to have a poll at the end of the chat, and of course, just hold on for that. And I'll also post the link to the presentation in the video description after the live stream, or towards the end of the live stream, so you can get access to that too. So hope you guys enjoy this. It's basically how the liquid loans hoarder strategy works revisited. Before we do that, we're going to get into the into the chat there. Say hello, and on top of that, I'll leave a timestamp if you want to jump straight to the presentation as well. So cool. Let's get into it, folks. We've got a few people in the house as well. We got Neil, couldn't make it, unfortunately. Had to work, but we'll catch you next time, Neil. We got Hex God Turtle in the house there. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Hex Token channel member as well. Pumped, absolutely pumped. I'm loving it. It's now is in the house there. Good to see you as well. Says now. David Gomez in there. Hello, everyone. All of us here tonight. We'll be looking back on this day and be grateful that we got into crypto early. Absolutely, David. That's such a good insight. And I think after we go through this presentation, I think you're going to feel even more bullish about it too, for sure. J-Man's in the house. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Nice one. And yeah, looking good there. Bitfinex in the house as well. Woo-hoo. Hey, Bitfinex, you've been busy lately. I noticed that. I've seen you on a few chats. So nice one, Bitfinex. And J-Man as well. David Gomez, Truth. Yeah, we're in early, man. Great thumbnail, says Suitman. Yeah, I'm going to be ramping up the artwork. That's what I'm going to try and do on this channel, ramp up the artwork. So thumbnails, content as well. I just got to make sure I don't forget my comments while I'm doing presentation. That's the one thing I've got to get on top of, that's for sure. And D-Hex is in the house, says, let's go Hexkins. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I love it. And we're going to have it excited, man. We're in the quiet before the storm. We just got to hodl ourselves, just hodl, accumulate positions, and be ready for when this firecracker takes off. It's going to be massive. And AK's got fire up and to the right. Absolutely, AK. AK knows. AK is a smart trader and a hodler there, so AK knows how this is going to play out. Red Squirrel 2. Yeah, we've got some absolutely, we're in beast mode in the chat. We've got some absolutely legends in the chat here as well. So good to see Red Squirrel as well. Now, I am going to be covering the Red Squirrel strategy that's coming up too. And we're moved up. This is the presentation level 3. You're going to notice we've moved to level 3 now. We are starting to ramp this up. So hopefully we'll get on top of that. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Bitfinex says, I'm just here for the polls to leave my mark upon the world, says Bitfinex. Yeah, I'm probably getting pretty famous for the polls here on this channel. That's funny. And that's awesome stuff. Let's get into it. 3 more weeks, says AK. Yeah, I think so. AK, we've got a good chance. Good chance of 3 more weeks, I think. I think you're right there. D-Hex says, what's up, everybody around the world? Hexkins, Pulsekins, and PulseXkins. Nice one, D1 there. Where else go? So early, says Bitfinex. Absolutely on fire. Morris is in Morris, New Zealand live. Hey, you've changed your name there, Morris. Morris keeps changing your name there. Hi, guys. Good to see you from New Zealand live. Nice one. And also Hex Token channel member represent there. We got ding, ding, ding. Round 2. Hodl. Yeah, round 2 today. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, of course, I have posted this on Twitter. Also on Discord. You can see it on Discord. So we'll look at Discord later after the presentation. Howard made it says, bro, did you see Rackham's tweet about new exchange? Yeah, we're going to look at Rackham's. That's on the agenda, how I made it. Hopefully, I'll catch that. Hopefully, that's what we're talking about. So stay tuned, how I made it. That is on today's live stream. That is included later after the presentation. So I've got the video loaded up for that. We're going to be looking at that too. I know you love stalking Rackham. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Rackham. I've been a big fan of Rackham from the beginning. So I feel good about that. Blair's in the house says, good afternoon, good Arvo Hall, says Blair. Hey, the thing with whales, you got to watch the whales, and he's such a nice guy, right? He's a pay it forward sort of whale. Some whales are not pay it forward whales, but he's definitely a pay it forward whale, and he's gone from from the hard knocks to the gold street. So he's well aware. Because now says it's like we are at the pre-game keg in the parking lot for a preseason game. That's really, really true. We're probably sitting out on the four-wheel drive with all the lads, maybe a few of the ladies, and yeah, we're getting ready for the preseason game. That's probably right. Nice one. Muzz says Hex looking good to punch up to the right. Muzz says we're going to look at the Hex price later on. That's also on our agenda for today's live stream. And Rockhampton rocks. What a living legend he is, says DX. Here's the link to Rack and Rochelle status. We're going to check that out, but I am going to Rack and Rochelle how I made it. So I should be fine with that. I've got that loaded up already. So hopefully we're covering the same thing, talking about the same thing. AK says 40% index. I think that's your best indicator about launch. I'm confident he's aiming for 100%. All about excuses are just noisy. That's why he's buying time with the stack balances, says AK. Well, excuses are noise. That's why he's buying time with the stack balances. Confident. Yeah, that's definitely getting close, AK. Good morning, sir, says Mr. Froz. Good to see Mr. Froz from India. Big shout out. And staking Hex should be a new coin as first top priority. Then go play crypto. Your life will be safe. That's a really good advice, Bitfinex. Stake Hex, and then you can start thinking about some other projects after that. Yeah. Stake Hex, less stress, says Damon. Absolutely. Hex Token Channel, Superman is a legend. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Pulse Beta's in house. Good to see him this morning as well there, Pulse Beta, my time. D-Hex says, Rockin' rocks. What a living legend. Is an exchange with the fiat on-ramp. Right. Well, we'll check that out in a second, but let's get into the presentation. I've got to remember to take off the comment. There we go. Took off the comment. Nice one. So this presentation, how the liquid loans haunted strategy works. We're going to revisit this, of course. It's been a while since we had a lot of videos around about the liquid loans haunted strategy. Obviously, this is created by a chap known as Haunted, a really cool guy, very smart. And of course, he's created a spreadsheet as well. So we'll talk about that later on as well. But I love this thumbnail. We're going to have more cool artwork like this. This is very, very cool. And I'm starting to get that creative bug, tuning as we go. So very, very cool. All right, let's jump over to it. So here we are. So liquid loans, haunted strategy. The first item, of course, gain more PLS. Now, put your hand up if you want more PLS. I'll put my hand up. I want more PLS, that's for sure. So definitely want to gain more PLS. That is going to rocket. How many? About 45,000 wallets, something like that with PLS. Everybody wants it. PLX X sacrifices want it. PHEX recipients want it. The people getting the biggest airdrop in crypto history want it. Everyone coming over on the bridge wants it. Who else doesn't want it? There's not a lot of people that want PLS, so I think that makes a sense, right? And with the 25% fee boon, hey, I think a lot of people want to gain more PLS. I think that's pretty cool. The other thing, of course, never sell PLS. No one wants to sell their PLS, right? If you're after the big gains of the 100x, the 1000x, the 10,000x, why would you want to sell a PLX, right? PLS, and no one wants to. The other side, of course, not only do you want the big X's, but of course, with the hoarded strategy, you might be able to get not just 10,000x, but you might be able to get 50,000x. Who knows? So we're going to find out. And the other thing, of course, is pump the PLS price. Obviously, there's a win-win strategy, right? If people are using the haunted strategy, they'll be all contributing to pumping the PLS price. If there is an army of people, maybe thousands of people using the haunted strategy, we could get a massive go on this. So how many people sacrificed for the liquid loans? It was officially about 10,000, but with the magic carpet ride sacrifice, it's probably something like 15,000 or something like that. So it's a lot of people. And if you just had, say, 25% of that using this something like the haunted strategy, obviously there's other strategies out there that can utilize liquid loans, like Hot Pearl strategy. And so that's just the way it goes. So we've got that, pump the PLS price. I think we're all keen on that. It's not only going to pump PLS, but it's also going to have secondary impacts on Pulsechain and Hex and maybe a few other tokens as well. People won't just be buying to buy Pulsechain. So cool. Number 4 there, safe lending. Of course, this is what the hoarder strategy has. It's being able to pump, gain more PLS, get the big X's while doing it safely. So 10% borrowings, which is interest-free. Don't have to pay it back unless you get down to the collateral level. But pretty much it's an interest-free loan. There is a 0.5% fee, which would be most of the case, and sometimes that can get up to 5%, but that would be probably on a rare circumstance. And of course, 0.5% there as well. With a 1,000% collateral is the strategy, and that basically can absorb at least an 89% price dip. Some people say 90.8%, but we'll just be on the safe side, 89% price dip there. But it's a pretty safe way of trying to accumulate PLS and compound your X gains as well. So very cool. That's the kind of the goals of the haunted strategy. Remember, this is revisited. We're revisiting the haunted strategy here. The next one, of course, we're going to get on to and we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. So get us in the chat what you're doing around Haunted Strategy. Let us know. I won't be stopping into checking the chats. I'll check all that at the end of the presentation. But that's kind of the main goals there. Let's get on to it. So here we go. This is the Haunted Strategy, how it works. So let's get it. We've got to start with a Pulse coin there, PLS up the top left there. So that's what you're going to start with, your PLS. So maybe you've done the Pulse sacrifice and you've got PLS in your wallet. Remember, Pulsechain, Liquid Loans here is not, this is the ecosystem, and it's not going to be launching until at least 4 to 8 weeks after Pulsechain launches. So the Pulse price will already be known. It will have likely settled down by then, and maybe it's going to the all-time low price discovery by then. So that seems like typical time within the first 3-4 months. So we'll see. But this is the Liquid Loans ecosystem. Obviously, people can take their Pulse and they put it in the vault. So that's kind of the idea. So start with the Pulse coin. You may have got it through the sacrifice, or maybe you ratio traded it in the first 1 or 2 days of Pulsechain, or maybe you ended up bridging stable coins or other ERC20s over to get yourself some Pulse. So however you got it, you can have Pulse. So that's what you're going to start with. And you can come over to the Liquid Loans system and use that to borrow again. So that's what you're doing there. Next step, of course, we've got a nice little arrow there. That's moving on to the next step. And of course, connect to the Liquid Loans DApp. So Liquid Loans going to have a DApp on the Liquid Loan site here. They'll have a DApp there. And of course, you can see that it's launching soon up at the top right there. So that's cool. And so basically what you're going to do is connect to the Liquid Loans DApp and create a vault by depositing PLS. So whenever you put your PLS there, you'll be able to create a vault there. And of course, you are essentially your own bank if you think about it. Then of course, we've got another arrow there coming in. And then of course, we've got, boom, mint 10% of your dollar value of your deposited PLS in USDL. So USDL is going to be the stable coin. We go to Liquid Loans, we can see that when you put PLS in the vault there, on Liquid Loans, you're going to get USDL, which is a decentralized algorithmic stable coin based on the fact that it can always be redeemable for $1 worth of Pulse. So Pulse might move around in price, but the USDL will be redeemable for that. Now, USDL is obviously going to be used for a number of trading pairs on Pulsechain. I suspect it's going to be one or two of the pairs will be very big with USDL used in stablecoin, and that could be super exciting. So I expect that to be a big trading pair, PLS USDL. So that's cool. Mint 10% of your dollar value of your deposited PLS in USDL. You are now 100% collateralized. So you only 10% borrowing is 100%, 1,000% collateralized. So you're only borrowing 10% of the dollar value of your Pulse. So that's pretty much that. So let's see what that might be. And of course, here is the Liquid Loans. Woohoo! Fancy, like it. So that's Liquid Loans, and this is what the interface is going to look like, subject to any final or tweaks they do. And there may be other user interfaces to Liquid Loans contract as well, but this is the Liquid Loans one. And of course, you can deposit in here, and you can deposit your PLS. So you can see PLS there, and of course, you can borrow USDL there. You can confirm that, and away you go. Now, down the bottom here, there will be a collateralized level. How much percent you want, and as long as that's always 1,000%, then and you're following the haunted strategy, then you're sweet. So you just have to watch that. That's all you have to watch out is your collateral and the percentage down the bottom. That's it. Obviously, there's a fee here, also going to be charged 0.5% fee, and that's going to go to the people that have got loan staking there. And of course, that's where they're going to get the PLS there if you got loans. So if you're going to participate in the haunted strategy, you've also done the Liquid Loan Sacrifice. So if we go to Liquid Loan Sacrifice, you've also done this. You'll be able to match off those fees that you get. That's a 0.5% fee in most cases with your loan earnings. So it's going to be massive, right? It's going to be massive. And it's going to not only be cost free, you're going to be in positive, right? You're going to be a positive. If everybody uses the platform, you're going to be making pretty good returns with your loan tokens, especially if you're getting them out, which about 25% of people are getting their loan tokens out at the beginning. You'll be able to put them in, of course, to the loan staking and earn PLS and USDL. So pretty sweet, man. It is a dream come true. It's pretty awesome. All right, so that's why you have to watch out that collateral there. And of course, you just put your PLS and you get the amount of US dollar out, and you can confirm and you can mint those USDL. Those will show up in your wallet. And of course, I've got some in here. I got 92, so I can scroll that up there. I've got 92 USDL on the testnet here at the moment. I bought a few of those just to show you that that's what will happen once you end up putting a PLS and minting some USDL. They'll show up in your wallet. Woo-hoo-hoo. Then what you can do, and we're going to go to the next step there as well. Bam. Let's move on. We're going to go to the next step now. We've minted 10% of our PLS as USDL value, and we're going to go to the next line there. And of course, then you've got to go to Pulsechain and use your USDL to buy Pulse. So we've got our USDL in our wallet now, and we've got to go and use that to buy some Pulse. Obviously, we've already got Pulse, test Pulse in here, but we've got to go use that and buy Pulse. So there we are. We've got to use that, and away we go. So there we are. That's Pulsechain. Woohoo! Fancy, rocking the DMV. We have lifted the game with this presentation, but there we are. We've got the USDL at the top there. And let's imagine you were going to do $1,000. Obviously, you can do whatever is feasible for you. But then you're going to get your Pulse in return. And all you have to do is connect your wallet and a transfer. And bam, you will get that Pulse. And that Pulse will show up in your MetaMask over on the wallet or whatever wallet you're using, Trust Wallet or whatever. It will show up there. So very, very cool. That is the way it goes. Then we get on to the next step. And of course, so far we've minted our USDL. We've bought our PLS. This is what we want to do. We want to accumulate PLS, remember, get more PLS. And then we can deposit this back, this new PLS back into the vault. So cool to see that. So we're going to deposit that back into the vault. So now we've got more Pulse. That was our goal. We've done it. Is that where we finished? No, that's not where we finished. We're going to rinse and repeat this. So we're going to deposit that in the Pulse there. And of course, then we're going to wait for PLS to go up by 10%. So this is a strategy. We wait for Pulse to go up by 10%. Now we don't need to do that, right? We don't need to wait for 10%. We could wait for 5% if we wanted to. We could wait for 15% increase in the Pulse price. We could do that. Also true for minting our USDL. We're doing 10%. That's the safe strategy for on the strategy, but you can do more risky strategy. You can do 15% or 20%, but you have to be careful after you move away from this sort of safe level because you won't be able to absorb an 89% pullback in price if that did occur. So just remember that. So wait there. So if you keep this safe strategy at the 10% collateral, 1,000% collateral, 10% borrowing, you should be pretty fine. Then a 10% increase in price, and then you can go on to the next step. So you wait for the price, a PLS price to rise, and then of course the next step is mint 10% of the loaned PLS again. That's right. So you're going to mint 10% more of the loaned PLS again. So whatever you gained, you can mint 10% of that pretty much. So you're still maintaining your 1,000% collateral again. So you're minting 10% more. So we've done it the first time. We've done it the second time now. The price has gone up 10%. We've also got more PLS. So we've got more volume of PLS and we've got more dollars in terms of the price going up. So we're winning twice now on volume and price. And this is the beauty. And of course, now we can mint more loan tokens versus the PLS. So very, very cool. And then we're going to go on to the next step, of course. And the next step is go to your Pulsechain and use your USDL to buy more Pulse. Yeah. And we already saw that earlier. What that looks like. So we can go to Pulsechain and use it to buy more Pulse and rinse and repeat. So that's the second time we're buying more Pulse. So we're getting our main goal of getting more Pulse is working perfectly. We've got 2 times now we've done that. Then, of course, we're going to go on to the next step. And, of course, we're going to be able to deposit this new PLS into your vault again. So we're going to be able to put more Pulse back into our vault. And our Pulse in our vault is just increasing all the time. The price has gone up and we're getting more value. We are winning. We're winning fast and getting big X returns. Of course, then it gets on to the next step, of course, and that is rinse and repeat. Make sure you always stay at 1%, 1,000% collateral, and that's it. And just rinse and repeat that over and over as well. So very, very cool. Now, of course, who do we thank for the strategy? All credit goes to, of course, Haunted. Yes, Haunted. And, of course, there is Haunted there. A big shout out and credit to Haunted for the strategy. Very well thought out. So very cool. So let's go on to an example of this. So we've looked at the goals of Haunted strategy. We've looked at how it works. And of course, now we're going to look at an example. And this is a modest one here. So we're going to have a look at an example of how this works. Example, $2,000. Now, I've made this on the low side so that most people can relate to it. Obviously, many people out there are doing much bigger numbers than 2,000. They might be doing 10, 20, 50,000, 100,000. There's going to be a lot of big players in this as well as small and medium-sized players. 2,000 kind of represents a lot of people. So we're going to go through this example. So we deposit $2,000 of course, and we can see that in the line here. So we take our PLS from our wallet and we put that PLS and we put $2,000 in the vault and we get USDL out there. So we mint $200 USDL. That's 10% of 2,000. So we do that. The next step, of course, is we buy $200 worth of Pulse and deposit that into the Liquid Lines vault. And of course, we can see that on here. We just got $200 more of Pulse and we put more Pulse in our thing. So second time we put Pulse in there. Very, very cool. And then, of course, the Liquid Lines vault is now worth $2,200. Yeah! So we're winning and the price hasn't even gone up yet. Very, very nice. But now, of course, the price goes up 10% and we are winning. We are winning. We've got more volume and more price. And therefore, our portfolio is now $2,420. And we start off with 2,000 and now it's $2,420. Just after 10% price rise, so we're winning big time. I'm loving this. I don't know about you guys. And then, of course, we can then mint $42 more USDL as well. So we can now mint more. We first minted $200 worth, and now we can mint up the top here $200. Now we can mint another $42. And then, of course, we can then go and buy more PLS with the $42 and deposit in the vault. So awesome stuff. We can rinse and repeat this, and eventually the buys are going to go up and up and up. So it's really, really cool. The first couple of times they're kind of going lower, then they go up and up and up. So it's going to be pretty cool. And of course, you can deposit that Pulse into Liquid Lines, so you're winning again. So now you've done two there. You've done deposit Liquid Lines up here with $200. Now you've just put $42 in Liquid Lines vote, and so you're just winning. And now you've got $2,462 more PLS, and of course more value, and you just repeat. So it's pretty awesome. Now imagine if you had thousands of people doing this. It'd be incredible. It would be awesome. So we've looked at the goals for Haunted strategy, which is a pretty safe strategy, 10% borrowing. We've also talked about the fact that you're going to gain more Pulse. We've just looked at how it works. We've looked at a quick example of some of the numbers. Obviously, this goes over and over and over. And of course, that's a lot of data, right? You think, man, that's a lot of stuff to remember. And of course, there is a really cool spreadsheet. So we're going to look at that. And of course, here I grabbed the spreadsheet, Liquid Lines, Telegram, pin messages. I had a version. Unfortunately, I'm locked out of that at the moment. So we'll try and get back into that. But what I'm going to probably do is set up my own spreadsheet and just back work that one. And hopefully I'll be able to release that to you if you have troubles getting this one. But as I understand, there's a pinned spreadsheet. And of course, here it is here. Boom. Boom. Yeah, this is created by Haunted. And of course, you can get this from Liquid Lines and possibly Magic Carpet Ride. I'm not sure, but possibly from them. And of course, this is the spreadsheet that you can run. So when Pulsechain launches, Liquid Lines launches after Pulsechain does, you can set up the spreadsheet and then start to follow the strategy. And you don't have to think about much. You just have to put in your key metrics. So you've got at the top here, you've got initial investment. This is a little blurry, but it's got the initial investment up the top here. You got your base price, in other words, the price that you're starting with. So this would be the price, say, 4 to 8 weeks after a Pulsechain launches. Then you've got your loan amount, right? You can typically 10%, but if you want to take on a bit more risk, maybe just a bit more risk to get the bigger X's faster, then you can go above 10%. I lost my spreadsheet there. So we've got 15% there. And so you would do 10%. For example, you're following the strategy strictly. People doing the strategy, of course, you could have thousands of people doing the strategy. We know that maybe 10 to 15,000 people have participated in the Liquid Lines Sacrifice. And so, man, just maybe 2,000 out of that would be pretty huge. Maybe imagine if we got 50%, it'd be insane in the membrane. 10,500 people doing that buying. All different sizes too. Crazy. Obviously, the price in the book here is 10%. Obviously, that's going to be, if you keep that strict rule of every 10% that goes up, you're going to mint more USDL against your value, but also always holding a 1,000% collateral. Then you can do that. Awesome stuff. So the spreadsheet runs it out basically, and you can see it work out there. You have your starting loan amount, your addition of PLS value, and then your borrowings, and it just goes over and over and over again. So cool. Now, if you want to hit up Haunted on Twitter, there is the link there, and I'll put that in the video description. So cool. I'll post that. I'm also going to post the actual link to this presentation. So I'm just saving that now. So if you refresh your browser afterwards, you'll be able to see that link there as well. So for the Liquid Loans stock, and of course below there, you'll be able to see the Liquid Loans links as well. So further down under key resources, you'll be able to get hold of that. So that's Haunted there. You can hit them up there as well. This is a really cool spreadsheet. I've only got this snapshot because I don't have the actual link to the actual site. I did used to have it, but I've lost my access there. But you can get it on Liquid Loans, as I understand it, on their pinned messages. So you might have to cycle through those to get that. So very cool. So that there's a presentation, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. And of course, Liquid Loans is coming up too. Probably we'll go through Liquid Loans a bit more widely detailed there as well coming up. But that is the strategy. So I hope you guys enjoyed that for sure. Let's get into the chat here. We're going to jump over to the fact that if everybody, actually, I haven't quite finished this, because if everybody does the strategy, imagine 4 weeks to 8 weeks after Pulsechain launches, that this is going to be massive buy pressure for Liquid Loans. And it could be ginormous, right? The other thing, of course, if you've sacrificed for the loan token, because everyone's going to be buying with the strategy, right? Just constantly buying. It's going to be massive. If you also sacrifice for the Liquid Loans, you're going to be probably making some mad gains in the fees, right? Because if everyone's following the strategy, everyone's paying fees in the strategy. And of course, that's going to be huge returns for people loaning their stake, and way above what the minimum estimate here is of, say, 20%. So it's going to be pretty massive, I think, as well for the returns there. So I think some people that did the Liquid Loans sacrifice, maybe they didn't quite think about that, particularly delaying getting bigger pays better. But of course, the Hornet strategy is going to kick off within the first month or 8 weeks. So it could be massive returns for Liquid Loan stakers in that way regard. So I think it's going to be boom for Pulse. If thousands of people are using the strategy, boom for Liquid Loans returns. Basically, if you've got loan staking, boom for that too with the fees. And of course, if you've got both loan token and you're using the strategy, then you're basically, your costs are offset for borrowing, which are 0.5%, and you're not paying any interest. You don't have to pay it back. You don't have to pay the loan back. Only if you get down to 150% collateral, your chance of being called. If there's global collateral, otherwise it's 110%. So if you're down 110%, could possibly get called. But at 150% is the global call. So if the whole network gets down to 150% collateral, then the whole network can be called potentially, or at least all the loans under 150% get called to restore the collateralization level above 150. Otherwise, you only have an issue if you get down to 110% collateral. But remember, the Haunted strategy is at 1,000%, so it's just 10% rather than like 90% borrowing. So very important to remember that. But I think this is going to be huge, man. This is going to be crazy good all around, and I think this is a pretty good strategy. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're going to leave it on the Discord here. Don't forget to get in the Discord and join up there. The link's in the video description, so definitely do that. And next up, of course, we're going to get into Rack and Rochelle. So we're going to come up to Rack and Rochelle in a second. So we'll be talking about that. Let's get into the chat here and catch up where I was up to. Hopefully I'm not too far behind. Man, I don't even remember where I was at, to be honest. Let's go here. Getting into the comments here. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know in the chat. Miles here says, got some of my family members in Hex recently. Well done, Miles. That's what I talk about. Word of mouth, spread the word. Yeah, definitely on board. That's the way to do it. Magnify the awesomeness that's coming. And I think that is the website server indexing the chain and do the actual launch process. That's correct. Superman says, love you, playing your streams in my new Corvette Stingray thanks to Hex proceeds. Get out of here. That's awesome, man. That's so good, man. A Corvette Stingray has always been one of my favorite cars. So I hashtag jealous, but congratulations, Stake Hex. Very, very cool. Hit the like. Yeah, definitely. Really hit a nice thumbnail. Hit Hex Token. Lyle says, I made it. Yeah, I really like it a lot. It's a pretty good one, actually. But for next in house, nice one. Okay, says, you're right. It's now. But I think he's aiming for 100% index chain to provide perfect end user experience for Indian search engine. That might be true. I don't think he's too worried about that, but it definitely would be better for people's user experiences. Stake Strong says it's now. So great. Absolutely. TikTok Crypto's in the house. Hey. And Francis in the house with the love as well. Nice one. And Smuck says I sacrificed $1,000 for Pulsechain. Hey, well done, Smuck. I think that's a pretty good good deal there. DHEX says all roads lead to PHEX and Pulsex. Nice. Last year July, that's right, between 15th July and the 8th of August was the official 3rd of August was the official Pulsechain launch, and then a messy period all the way up until just April there, wasn't it? I think it was the 6th of April that wrapped up. Woo, Superman, love it. Hey, nice one, DHEX, appreciate that. Slana says, like, subscribe, join, and jump into Discord and say hello. Absolutely get into Discord and say hello in the main chat. This is where it's all going to happen. We're going to have a lot of fun in there for sure. Where was I going there? Rackham. We're going to rack him shortly. Woohoo! PS Joe's in the house. And Hex Token says, woohoo! Need liquid loans icon. Says, we have got a liquid loans icon. Actually, no, I switched it out, Hex Token. There was a liquid loans. I've switched that one out for a while. That's in the wild card, so we'll switch that back in some stage later. Welcome to the best community in cryptos, everybody around the world. Hexkin, Pulsechins, welcome aboard. Absolute DX. Remember, tomorrow is 420. Stake and bake and help others. Says Stake Hex. How I made it says every yield producing DApp reward token gets swapped into Pulse and funnels into liquid loans to mint USDL. Everything stays in the RH ecosystem. That's so true. That's so true. Alice says minimum amount to do this is $20,000 worth of Pulse to always be 1,000% collateral. Saying $20,000 is the minimum amount. Take a loan, a big investment. I didn't know about that. I don't know if that's I don't know if there's a minimum amount on the loan there. I don't think that's correct at all. This is the haunted strategy here, folks. I can't wait for a smart contract that makes this all automated. So Pulsechain, Power City is going to be doing that, looking at a yield compounder, Pulsechain. So I think you're going to be able to select the strategy and be able to follow that. So cool. Yeah, so cool. What else we're up to there? Stake and bake says Lyle. Stake and bake, nice. Take it until you make it, says Brennan. And what else we got going there? DHEX says, be reminded that there is huge economic energy waiting to flow into the RH projects, in particular PX and Pulse. That's so true, DHEX. There's a lot of economic energy waiting to come in. Liquid Loan's got the testnet going, nice. Have they, Hex Token? I have. It's not public yet, though, is it? It's not public. We're waiting for the testnet to go public. I haven't seen that. I definitely checked earlier today. Too bad we can't practice on this DApp yet. Yeah, hopefully it's coming soon. We're waiting for the sacrifice points and also the testnet to go public. I remember watching Liquid Loans, and Matt said the minimum amount of USDL you could mint, take a loan is 2,000. But if I'm wrong, sweet. Hey, LS, I'm not aware of that. I have not ever seen that, LS. But if that is true, then take note, everybody. I will try and double back on that and try and confirm that one. 47 watching and 29 likes come in, peoples. Cool. And I will go back and check that 2,000 limit, but I wasn't aware of that. How Matt says, yeah, Matt is right, 2,000 minimum. Okay, so I do. If that is the case, folks, it is $2,000 minimum to do a loan of borrowing. So you would need $20,000 if you're going to do a haunted strategy. So I was not aware of that. Minimum loan is 2,000. Yeah, okay. So I've missed that point. That's a pretty important point. So there we are. Thanks for the community for highlighting that blue with the fire. So then, what Hex Token is saying right now can't work because you can't take out $200. No, well, my example of $2,000 was just to make it easy for people to follow, as opposed to having a big amount. So that was really the idea. But I was not aware of the $2,000 minimum. He's doing an example. That's correct. I was doing an example. Alice says, but shouldn't show an example of something that can't work unless he's is right. Yeah. So Alice, I will change that in the presentation after the live stream. So cool. Goal is to increase PLS size while preventing liquidation. That's true. And Joe Blau's in the house. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Hey, nice one there, Joe Blue. 2 minutes tune into the greatest Hex Token channel of all time. Almost qualifies as an Aussie now, says Pulsechain. That's pretty funny. And How I Made It says, also PLS appreciates in US dollar. The loan will get longer, as will the fees that goes to the don't stakers. That's true, yeah. Where are we going there? Just laid off the sheet, man, says Pulse. That's terrible. Yeah, definitely join the Discord, folks. Definitely hit up the Discord. 32 members in Discord and growing. Yeah, the next target, of course, is we've got 132 in there. Next target is 200. So we're going to continue to grow that and share the love in there as well. Sharing is caring, as we say. So cool. Sam as well says, hi all, catching up late evening in Bakersfield. Hey, Sam, good to see you. Hex Token channel member representing. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And we've got Benjamin in there as well, 3 to 6, 9. I believe 100% someday people using the horn strategy will get liquidated, says Benjamin. That's not, I would be very unlikely getting an 89% pullback, but it's always an outside risk. So once again, the time to get an 89% pullback, you'd have time to, reset your collateral balances. Let's put it that way. Yeah, just like Liquidity says, How I Made It, just like that. Liquidity's been doing pretty well. I mean, did suffer there while it was high gas fees, but has been doing pretty well most of the time. and we've got a few posts there with Abid there. Cool. Red Skills is 2,000 minimum. Yeah, it is 2,000. So I'll change the presentation afterwards. It is at least my example is easy to follow on that one. So cool. All right, cool VIP, as we say. So yeah, do get into chat there. Let's go look at Rackham at the moment, and we're gonna see. I think he's got. Let's double check that on Rackham's one. We're going to get out of there and go into Rackham's again, just in case he's posted something else I haven't seen. It's easy to get caught out if they post something suddenly. So I referred that you're referring to this that you're talking about, this one here. And of course, we're going to look at this video. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to put the brand on stop there and play the video. So this is Rackham Michelle. Everything blockchain Overwatch partners meeting today with visitors from Saudi Arabia. Highly successful. We have new international partners funding some upcoming Pulsechain projects. We're going to check that video out now. Let's go play that. Bam. I'm going to get play the video. There we go.
Boy, this is a small screen.
And they put some screenshots and stuff up here where you can literally see.
So you can see the desktop, mobile, email, and this looks like your data, your control coming onto Pulsechain from the looks of it.
Boy, this is a small screen.
So government level security for everybody on there. It's got some user interface there.
And they put some screenshots and stuff up here where you can literally see.
Boy, this is a small screen.
And they put some screenshots.
So that's the post there. Cool. Let's put on the ducks again. Bam. So I think that's what you're talking about, how I made it. I think that's what you're saying. Superman and House, Hex Down Under. Nice. Can you say what's up to my wife, Mimi? Hey, I'm trying to remember how to. Hey, what's up? Is that what you mean? What's up? Hey, what's up, wife Mimi? Hey, good one, Hex God Turtle. Got the hearts out there too. Pulse Goddess says, yeah, nice one. Good to see Pulse Goddess in the house. Just multiply your example by 10. Yeah, that's true. So I'm going to do that afterwards. Stake it till you bake it, then rake it, and then when you make it, yeah. Okay, cool. I don't actually know why they have a minimum, to be honest. I'm not sure why they would have a minimum. The only reason why you'd do that is if you thought that the price of the pulse was going to get so expensive, which I guess is what they're trying to price in there with the minimum. Stake it till you bake it, then rake it when you make it. Yeah. I guess you can always you can do the strategy smaller, right? You can do a smaller amount. You can borrow a smaller amount to make their work on the thing. I guess 20,000. Alice says, stop sucking, buy more Pulse. If you aren't happy, Pulse should shoot up enough to get a loan very quickly. Anyway, says Pulse Bay, that's true. And then finally, Red Squirrel says, liquidations are possible, but price won't drop 89% in a day. Might take weeks or months, plenty of time to add a USD or BLS to your vault. True. P33 done 600X. Anyone going to buy? Wait for the dip. Well, just be careful promoting projects that just went through the roof. And I know a lot of people have lost some money on that, quite high. So just be careful with that. Because P33 is highly speculative, and it went up to, I can't remember, $1.60 or something, and of course some people were buying at the top there. I told you that you just don't buy, and of course it pulled back massive. So and I'm not sure what it's at the moment. Just be careful out there with those as well. Possibility says, I ain't sulking the dude, just staying a point and trying to find out the truth cause. I could be wrong, says LS. That's all good, LS. We appreciate your feedback. And how is that true? Nice. Els Mansfield says, how to check liquid loan sacrifice. Well, the official one hasn't come out yet. The only one they've still got is the unofficial one here, which is doesn't have referral bonuses and things like that in it. So you can use the check there. So I'll post that. Once again, it's not the final results. Doesn't have the final fees there, but there is the link. You can paste your address in there as well. So that's not the final. Wait for the final. It's been quite a long time. Not sure why they're taking so long for it, but I'm sure it will come out eventually. Saving all my money for Pulse, says Pulse Beta. Absolutely. Yeah, there's the link there. Nice. All right, at 420. It's at 420. All right, so how I made it, I think I've covered what you said. Thanks, Bud, says Els. You're welcome, for sure. All right, cool VIP. And anyway, we've got get into Discord is the thing. The link's in the video description. And of course, there's lots of cool people in there, a lot of knowledgeable people. And of course, we've got moderators in the house there just to try and keep the environment as safe as possible. I'm sure people can appreciate that that's required. And of course, if you're a Hex Token channel member, you'll get a purple title. Just let me know in the chat if you don't, if it's not obvious there. You can also check the community tab for the actual Hex Token channel members there. And if you're a general member, like subscribers, you'll be have the blue one there as well. For the Hex Token channel members, there's a little perk there with the private channel there. Other than that, there's the general channel, price channels, where you can do price, talk about price, and then of course there's a new one here, a new token chat where you can talk about speculative projects. So if you want to talk about something that's new, that's but really be careful. I've got a notice at the top here that says please practice good due diligence and risk management when investing. So just remember that if you're going to speculate on new projects like P33, for example. Otherwise, you can get in there, talk about the Hex price, Pulse, I guess the Hedron price, things like that. Just get into the chat and talk about that on the price chat there. There's also general voice as well. Cool. Now, there's also useful links. So I've added this in. So useful links is got all the links. We're going to make this pretty comprehensive. We've got the general at the top, the Hex links there. We've got Pulsechain links here. We've got PulseX links and then Richard Hart links. We've got the market links if you want to buy and sell Hex and Hedron. And of course, we've also got derivative products here. So we've got Hedron Maximus links here. Also onboarding tools here as well, staking, Hex stake Hex, etc. like that. So lots of cool stuff in there. Also on top of the useful links, which we're going to keep continuing, we're going to get trying to get all the links that we can that we know are good sites. We've also got Twitter notifications. This includes Gen Hex, Craig Wadding, and it also includes Heinz Crypto and also Hex Token at the moment. So it's got 3 channels at least in there, and we'll probably look to grow that over time. And also the YouTube channels as well gets populated as well. That includes Gen Hex, Craig Wadding, and Hex Token. So cool stuff there. When we get some announcements, we'll get some announcements in here, and we'll be promoting those, whatever they might be, competitions or whatever. We'll be putting those in there. And obviously, we've got a welcome page as well. So they've got all these new people popping in there. So you can see all the people jumping in. So today we've had a few people in here too. So don't forget to sign up. Very, very cool. These are all signed up today. So get in there. 132 members now. Looking good. So we'll just keep growing. Next target is 200 people. And we'll just keep growing this and getting it bigger and better. So cool. People posting videos here of other creators like A-Bit, who I'm a big fan. And looks like his new girlfriend there from the looks of it. And yeah, so definitely check out stuff like that. So feel free to get in there. Obviously, just the only thing is just with any new projects, try and vet them before they get posted because we just want to keep the environment safe, but we want it to be flourishing as well. Pulsechain's coming up, so lots of information coming in. And of course, so many people are around, they can give good comments on things. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You can also use the bots as well. So you can actually do like the gas price. So you can actually do the gas there, just type /gas, and you can put that in there, and that will post the latest gas prices there. That will give you the GUI at the moment, the ETH transfers, ERC20s, and Uniswap cost there too. So quite cool things like that. And then the price charts, of course, we've got cool price charts there. So you can do chart, and also /chart, and you can put that in there and go Hex, USD. And that will give you the latest Hex chart there as well. So populate that, and bam, there we are. So there's some cool little bots up there. So hopefully it's just going to keep building and getting better and better and better. So get into Discord there. Links in the video description, as we say. All right, cool. The other thing, of course, is we've looked at RAM, and of course we're going to jump over to the Hex price here too. 12.28 cents at the moment on Hex. Just chilling there, but it is sort of slightly creeping higher. But once again, we need to get over 14 cents. That's really where we're going to go over 14 cents. If we go to the daily on the Hex chart, 14 cents is where we want to get to. So we have to wait for that to happen. So we're going to scale this down, and we'll pull this in. Bam. Let us go. All right, nice. All right, so we're going to get that in there. And at the moment, you can see we're just sort of cruising off the top here at the moment. Might put that on the scroll there. So we're just trying to break this resistance here on the orange. Kind of if we can get it punch out of it too, it would be really cool. Maybe punch out at the 16 cent mark through there. We're really, really nice. We are going to move out of it in time. So that's pretty cool, but that is our resistance here at the moment. 15.5 cents, where we're going to get over to into this range, 18.5 cents. But once again, we're actually closing out of that. This range here is probably not going to matter too much by the time we get to the 80.5 cent mark, because we're going to be pushing through this resistance line. So once we break through that, that'll be pretty major there. The other thing, of course, we've got the green line. We are expecting the pump, but we need to see what the gamification is with Richard Hart. Launch there at the moment is the 15th. I've got the 15th of the launch there. That's in mid-May. And of course, that's probably the earliest date the devs said that Pulsechain could launch. So waiting for that. So we'll see how we get on. Get some nice big candles. We do know that also Hex on Pulse, there's a good chance it will pump. With people reporting that Rackham said on audio that he's looking to do pretty big purchases on that as well. So it's going to be fascinating. I think that this is going to be a big rally on Pulse, man. I think it's really going to be insane with people accumulating so much there. And obviously, a month later or so, we've got liquid loans in the play as well. It's going to be insane. Honestly, the chart's going to look bizarre. The Pulsechain chart's going to look absolutely on fire. And remember, there's only about 45,000 people that sacrifice for it. Remember, that's pretty insane for that. So I think we've actually got the sacrifice here. Pulsex leads. Yeah, we've got Pulsex leads here. But like I say, there's only going to be about 12.2 trillion tokens in the public hands. And of course, those going to get people are going to want those tokens. They're going to have to pay for them. Only so many of those tokens will be actively traded. It might be quite high at first, and then it will go down to a drip. Might get down to a very small amount that gets traded actively after that. So the big players also see the numbers. They're going to be going, how many tokens are going to be off the market do they expect, and therefore how much tokens will be active. So they'll be working out stuff like that too. So it's going to be interesting to see that play out. Very exciting. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, let's go. So cool. That's kind of where we're looking at there on Hex price. Hedron price at the moment 1480, and that's just kind of moving sideways there. I am a little bit worried that it might go down to 1,000 on the link. That'll be an 85% pullback. We're currently sitting at an 80% pullback, so an 85% would be 1,000. So just be a bit careful there on that. Finally, let's check out how Maximus is going. We're going to click that out. Maximus here. We've got Maximus on Twitter. We might as well check out a few, see if they've got anything out on that at the moment. We're going to have a look at Maximus Cash. We'll pull that up. So 31 minutes ago, over the 30-day Twitter stats there. So looking good there. They've followers up to 3,747. That's doing pretty well. I think that's it too. What else? For many, Maximus is their first max length stake. Welcome to the 5 Club Gladiators. So exciting for that. I think that's probably it there as well. And of course, let's check out the Maximus here. I'm going to have to click the launch pad there, connect the wallet, and I'm going to have to go through all this. And then I'm going to have to switch over from Pulsechain testnet to the Ethereum network. So let's do that. Bam. All right. All right. Then we'll pull this up. Bam. All right. Here we go. Woo-hoo-hoo! Man, oh man, $9 million. Man, oh man, that's awesome. So 73 million X now in the contract. Man, oh man, that's killing it. They're almost 50% the way there. 150 million, 50%, and it's only been a few days. It's crazy. So what's that day? 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4.5 days, something like that. That's crazy. They're counting it down 10 and a half days to go, something like that. So that's some crazy stuff there. So 4.5 days, they're already at 50%. I think it's like a no-brainer. They're going to get to 150 million. This seems like a no-brainer. Now, I haven't actually heard what they obviously there's probably no cap to how much people can get in the stake. So it can probably just go past 150, but the maximum bonus is 10% for biggest paid better. Obviously, there's very few people that have been able to get that have enough Hex to be able to ever get 10%. So yeah, amazing results. So very cool. So in summary, $89 million so far, 73 million Hex, only 2 million away from halfway, 50%, 75 million. And of course, we've got the start date was at day 865. Today is 869, and it's the minting phase ends in another 10.5 days on day 879. So if you're going to mint your maxi 1-to-1, you put 1 Hex in, you get 1 maxi out. That is the total at the end of this day. Of course, is going to be the last day that people will ever be able to mint Maxi. That will be the total supply of Maxi. It'll be 1-to-1, and then of course on day 880, the 70, whatever the total supply of Maxi is that there is, or the amount of X, will get staked on day 880, and of course that will be the a maximum amount of Maxi in the market. And of course that Maxi is an ownership token. It will own the stake, and of course the stake will have so many T shares. At the moment it's 10,433, but of course if they get 150 million, that's going to be something like 21,800 or something like that. I think we worked it out. So 21, that's huge. A really decent stake. Obviously the more T shares there are, the reward pool gets dispersed amongst more T shares, but the effects will probably be minimally noticeable in that, given the fact there's 10.6 million T shares. I think the last time we did notice a bit of a pullback in the reward payment was when the Hex got staked for 15 years and got 149,300 T shares. So it was the last time we really saw someone notice they do that. But pretty exciting, man. I know many people that watch this channel have participated in Maxi, so congratulations to you. Well, obviously, once it does launch with the stake, there'll be a market price versus the treasury price, and it's going to be interesting to see how the market prices that. I imagine that some point of times it's going to be much cheaper than the Maxi price. Remember, the Maxi is accumulating Hex and Hedron every single day, but of course that's not redeemable until the end of the Maxi period stake, which is in 5,555 days, which will be day 6,435 on the Hex day journey. So that's pretty interesting, and we'll see how the market does that. It's going to be pretty theoretically the price of Maxi should be above the Hex price, but we'll see what happens. That's going to be interesting. There'll also be periods where the Maxi is above the treasury price and possibly well in excess of the Hex price. We will see. That's going to be fascinating to see that. Obviously, if the Hex price goes up, that should push the Maxi price up too. All right, so the treasury goes up, Maxi should go up. It's going to be fascinating. But if you sell your Maxi, you sell your share of the pooled stake. So you won't have the Maximus stake. You won't have a share of the T shares if you sell your Maxi. That's the ownership token. Now, there are other use cases for Maxi, of course, yield farming potentially, and probably some other benefits out there too may occur, possibly with airdrops or something like that. We'll see out there too. So it's going to be interesting. That's all speculation, that last part, of course. So we'll find out. Nice. Let's get into some of the comments there. Make sure I'm not too far behind. I am. What else we got? How I Made It says, you know what they say, rising tides makes horses drink at the fountain. Yeah. I think the minimum 20,000 is needed, says Tony. Yeah, I think you're right there, Tony. I think we've all agreed on that one. Minimum 9,2,000. Yeah, I think we're all agreed that 2,000 is the limit. Hex Token wasn't sure, but he is just said example. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, that's right. We'll update the presentation for that though, so do apologize for the oversight. Have Liquid Loans released a contract address yet, says DX. No, that won't launch until they're going to launch the updated audit, I think. So I don't know if I don't think they've launched any code from memory. I've watched quite a bit from the CEO, but I don't recall that. I probably knew the $2,000 too. I just forgot about it. So unfortunately, how much of your total pulse bag should you put up to do this 10% strategy? 25% of your total pulse bag. Well, it sounds like they're saying $20,000. You're going to do 10%. So that's kind of whatever the absolute dollar amount is. There, Benjamin. Francis got the love in the house. Nice one. And Francis got the more love in there. So much love, Francis. Nice one. Awesome. Francis says Els. Yeah, absolutely. Pulse Value says if you put 100% of your bag at 1,000% collateral, the chances of you getting wrecked are almost impossible. That's my plan, but still, it will be dollar cost average more into the Pulse vault. The other thing, of course, is you got to be careful when the contract goes live. You're assuming that it's going to operate properly, that the audits have been good, which they come out because they've still got to get before they launch, they've still got to get Pulse price feeds. They have to be really good. They have the redundancy with Pulse price feeds. They also have to get additional top-up audits, as it were, for the underlying contract, like the liquidity contract, to make sure that's okay. So that's still to come. And of course, when it goes live, you still got to hope that there's nothing wrong with the contract, even after all that, because imagine if you put stuff in there and then you can't get it out because something went wrong, something Could be something small that went wrong. So just be careful with how much you put in there at first, I guess, is to make sure that it's working. Yeah. Prosology says it's so cool how easy it is to switch between the networks. It is very, very cool on the wallets there. So on the wallets here, you switch between networks, go to Pulsechain, that's it, and you'll see your airdrop, the biggest airdrop in crypto history. And when mainnet goes live, you'll be able to just do that. That's so cool. You obviously got to add the network, add the network there. But they're probably going to have a prompt on the website, I would imagine, that will just say, hey, add this network, and you'll be able to do that. At the moment, it's got Ethereum, and then I jump through Pulsechain, very, very cool. I can smart Binance Smart Chain, bam, Polygon. I can go to Polygon, so it's pretty easy, right? It's pretty easy to do on that one. Good point. Al says, what do you think launch price of Pulsechain and PulseX? Was it, how many zeros is that? 0002? No, way higher than that, Al. Way higher than that. That's probably. There's a good chance we could be into the tenths of a penny. Else is in my opinion. So what maxi you just mint, and so nothing. You get your maxi, you hold on to it, and it will arguably go up in value as the treasury price goes up in value, although the redemption's a long way away. So yeah, some of it's going to be quite a bit of maxi will be inactive, so there'll only be so much in the pool. I think I calculated the last time how much was in the pool. I think it was a couple of percent at least in the trading pool for maxi. Actually, let's go have a look at maxi price at the moment. We're going to check out maxi price and maxi V3, $620,000 liquidity. Let's see what the price is. 12.28 on maxi at the moment and 12.29 on Hex. So this is likely to trade 1-to-1 until the Maximus period is over. Mate, let's see what happens after day 880. Let's see what happens to the price of maxi. It may get speculated up higher than the treasury value by quite a bit, but then it may come crashing down, or it may just track the treasury price for a little while, or the Hex price, and then move later on. So who knows what's going to happen there. Obviously, people have to provide some funds in there, to make it happen. So at the moment in the pool, there's 2,181,000 maxi and 2.9 million Hex in the pool at the moment on this one. So yeah, $620,000 liquidity. The last hour, there's been no buy sells. I think the last 6 hours been one buy, $4,000 of volume. Last 24 hours, 3 buys and 1 sell, $2,000, $2,800 value there. So cool. Looking good in the hood. All right, so don't forget to get into the general chat there and follow. We've got another one there, remember. So heading up towards 200 can be cool. Let us back it up to on this comments here. I lose my spot. Lost my spot there. Oh no, I lost my spot. All right, I've really lost my spot. That's crazy. Maxi contract is derivative of Hex. That is highly speculative. Yep. Why would Maxi drop? Maxi would drop because people in the market makes the price drop. People might want to sell their Maxi. The market becomes volatile. Just all the normal reasons, Red Squirrel, that Maxi would drop. Markets do that, right? Hex dropped 82%. And so, yeah, just all those reasons why Maxi would drop. Now, Maxi dropping relative to other assets like Hex, it could definitely do that if people decide to dump it. Maybe they've got to. Maybe they've got some big issue in the family or something. They've got to sell it. There are reasons why people might do that. Hex Contract says, and if we do buy it, it does not mean that part of the pool. I'm talking about after the 14 days. No, so yeah, after the 14 days when it goes live, then whoever owns the Maxi, it's true now. Whoever owns the Maxi owns the proportional share in the pool. So if whoever owns the Maxi, that's the ownership token. You own the stake. You own the T-shares that are in the pool. So if someone sells their position, they're selling their position. That's what it's all about. It's giving you that flexibility if you don't want to lock in over 15 years, and maybe you have to pull out after 5 years. Maybe the price of Maxi is equivalent to the treasury price, and so you'll be able to get all that sweet divs out there. But maybe the market just might discount it to the treasury and say, hey, you can't cake out all the price at the moment. You can't get all the value up to the last 5 years. Maybe you can only get the value up to the 4 years. Maybe we're going to give a 25% discount and so the market might do that. So it's going to be interesting to see what Maxi does after that period of time. If you buy Maxi after the launch of stake, yes, you have a share of the pool as long as you don't sell before 5.5 stake. Yeah, but like I say, you know, is the market going to trade at a discount to Treasury to say that no, you can't get all the reward? You can't take all the Treasury, the value of the unrealized value. You can only take 75% of the unrealized value. So will the market do that? Good chance. I mean, it possibly could happen. Food for thought. Some interesting stuff there around the price gamification. There could be a derivative made on top of Maxi. That's true too, Brazology. So Brazology's right. So that's why I said that's speculative, but could be derivatives of Maxi quite easily, and we could see a lot more value, you know, drop to Maxi holders. That's possible. That's speculation, but definitely possible. New coin back from Maxi, which is ultimately backed by Hex, and then eventually a fourth coin. That's true too, Brazology. I think Brazology has done too much thinking about this, that's for sure. Sounds like we would wait and buy from some soft hands, says Hexcod possibly too. Yeah. I'll check out Maxi. First I've heard of it, says Els. They all welcome there. Now, once again, all the links are in the Discord there. We've got useful links, and you can see Hedron and Maximus there, linked there at the moment. Hex derivative projects, I should say. Airdrop, yeah. So obviously, if you haven't claimed your Hedron, if you've got a Hex stake, you haven't claimed your Hedron, you should really look at doing that. There's currently 5x volume bonus at the moment, so don't miss out on that. It's like free money. Who likes free money? But you end up. Tail7 says, I don't like these derivative coins. I'll be accumulating X with Pulsechain staking. With Pulsechain staking rewards when it's 100 X's, says Tail7. Nice one. Yeah, everyone's got to have their own strategy, and so that's just the way it goes. And of course, one strategy will pay off better than another strategy. That's pretty much it. Baker's dozen coin, each coin backed by 13 Maxi, in my opinion. True. What else there? Hexcod Turtle says, sounds like the Maxi is just good if you want to offload it when it goes way up. I don't think people will be holding for 5555. Yeah, how much will trade out before 5555? 20% of the people, 50% of the people? That'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how many people will trade out. Obviously, there's going to be times if the market does go higher price than the Treasury at particular times, then you might see people trade out that position. There's a lot of gamification. This is the first time we've seen this particular product. Cream says third party risk, fourth party risk, fifth party risk, sixth party, seventh party, sell it on a double. Direct Max says that. Cream. That's funny. Yes, though, but those who do get the bigger pays better, I can see it being bought up by the whales and bought the years. That's true too. It's now. So that's a really good comment. That with the bigger pays better, you might get some larger holders that maybe didn't participate, may buy it up. So that's definitely a chance for that. Hex Culture says I might buy a t-shirt and put it in just in case I need some emergency money in between my stakes. Says Hex Culture. That's a nice strategy too. So I think there's quite a few people doing that. They're kind of saying, hey, that gives me some flexibility. If I need some, I still get the upside if I don't need it, and maybe I sell it out at will it trade at market value of Treasury though? That's the key. I mean, apart from big whales buying it for bigger pays better, there's a chance that people will not sell their Maxi for people won't buy their Maxi for the full value, wanting to keep some of the value upside for days served already. So I don't know. Let me know in the chat what you think about that. Hey, what's up? Says Mr. Crazy. Good to see you. And woohoo, better late than never, says James Bond. James Bond, Hex Token channel member in the house. Kicking it off here, says James Bond. Good to see James Bond in the house there with the emojis kicking it pretty hardcore. Liquid loans is definitely 2,000 minimal collateral. Yeah, we talked about that, James. Yeah. Just my oversight, unfortunately. It looks like I must have forgot that point earlier, but I only used it as an example, so there's some offset there. But I will update the presentation. That's for sure. We're going to have the correct information out there. You are buying Maxi now, so you get a bigger bonus. Waiting till after launch defeats the purpose of the pool. Now, so you get a bigger bonus. And hello, everybody, says James. Good to see you. My strategy is stake Hex, no stress. It's now. We are all going to the moon, says James Bond. Absolutely. Thumbs up from CJ. CJ's got the thumbs up, so everything's going good there. Is Hedron deflationary? As the only Hedron is coming from Hex takers? Yes, it is, Muzz. So Hedron is deflationary, has burning mechanisms. I think there's two. There's definitely one, which is the if there's auctions where loans get go into default after 90 days, in other words, they don't pay them back, then they go up. They can be pushed into the auction, and people can then they push into the auction, and then people can then what am I saying here? People can then bid on them with their Hedron, and the winning bid ends up getting the Hedron wins the stake, but the Hedron gets burned. But I think there's another mechanism for burning it. I'm not sure about that at this stage. Let me know in the chat if you're aware that Hedron's got a secondary burn function. I thought there was a secondary one, but I could be wrong. He who dares wins, says Dog Days. Absolutely. And what else we got there? Brazology says Hedron is inflationary. You get 1 Hedron per day per B share. So as long as there are B shares, there will be new Hedron. That's true, but it does have deflationary mechanisms. Let's put it that way. With the auction winning burns. New to the chat, join Discord here. Say hello. So it's now absolutely, and yeah, definitely. CJ's agrees. Get into the chat. Get into Discord here, folks. 133, heading up to 200. It's the next target. Very cool. All right, so I think that was probably it. Let's just do one more refresh here with Maximus is going up any further. Wrapping up there. Cool. Yeah, I'll update the presentation for the $2,000 minimum afterwards. And I'll leave a note in the video description as well. I'll pin a note at the top of the video. Just to let that know. Oh yeah, 73.1 million hex in there now, and still over 99 million. Looking good. Right, we're going to keep track of that, of course. And yeah, Rackham developing on Pulsechain, funding some upcoming funding projects. So not only do they hold a ton of Pulse, but they're getting some pretty big projects onto the chain. Now, many of these will probably be commercial ones, so it'll probably go to no coiners as well, as my guess. So looking good there. Hedron is inflationary over time as long as there are shares and days served and Hedron claimed. Yeah, but the amount of Hedron decreases over time to the amount of T shares as well. It ties itself into T shares. Hex Holder says, Brazology sniped me. No way. And going to get to the Discord. Looks great, fun. Hey, James Bond, yeah, get over to Discord. It is cool. We've got a lot of cool people there. We've got people talking about all sorts of stuff, so nice. And the price chat's there. We've got Hex Hodl's in there talking about projects, so pretty cool. And we've got this new token chat here if you want to put something in here around project speculation. So you've got new projects. Just be mindful of the risks that are with those projects. I thought if you buy Maxi after then, you'll be just staking someone else's share. You will also still be getting a good rate, right? I'm selling some more P33 from this pump from 42 cents to over. I'm selling some more P33 from this pump from 42 cents to over 69 cents. Well done, Hexodl. The thing with Hexodl though, you got in early, right? So you got in early, but I'd be careful now because it's already had its big momentum push. Once the momentum starts pulling off Hexodl, you've got to be careful. That's all I'd say. Take your mad gains. It's probably the way you do, or hodl it until it gets to $10. That's for sure. Definitely, James Bond, we could use your help in there as well. Absolutely. Thanks, man, for setting that up. I appreciate it, James. Yeah. So let's just hope it's pre-Pulsechain. So we've got the Discord pre-Pulsechain. So hopefully it's going to be a lot of added value to people. So definitely spread it around for the people to join. There'll be, just basically just go to the top and invite people from the top there, and you can get an invite link, or you can use the one in the video description. You can also invite people, I think, as well through each group as well. So if you want to do that, if you mint now, you are increasing the size of the stake. It will be beneficial to buy after the launch. That's true. I get more at 42 cents. It was obvious for 420. Yeah, 42 cents probably not too bad as long as the pullback. Jimmer Crypto says, I will never sell my Maxi. I will buy more, says Jimmer Crypto. So there we are. It's from Jimmer Crypto. Rackham is a legend, says CJ. Absolutely. Good to see Jimmer Crypto in the house as well. Good to see. Keep up the great work as always. And now holding 70. Well, it seems, says. Okay, cool. What's up, my man, says Brazology. Hex famous last words, lol, rugs. Yeah, just be careful out there. I don't think it's getting rugged. I'm just saying when it's had a big push up in price, you got to be very careful after the momentum. When momentum starts dying down a little bit, that's when you got to be careful. with that. So just yeah, that's all I'm saying. Trade speculation is up to you ultimately. If you get in early on those things, you normally do okay. But it's when you get addicted to them and then you get burned afterwards because you didn't take your profit and exit. That's the issue with the speculative plays. Cool, Vic. Where else are we up to? I think we're up to that. Yeah, Hex at 12.3. We're going to go to the hourly on the Hex chart and pull it up. It's good to see Overwatch, man, doing business development on Pulsechain. I said this a long time ago. It's nice to see that. That's why I keep track of Overwatch, because these are the ones that determine the value of the chart. They're the ones that really have a big impact. And of course, if they're long term and they build utility on the chain, it makes it far more used as well. More transaction volume for Pulse, and more retail use for the dApps that they're putting on there, which are typically quite commercial from the looks of it. So very exciting. Yep, so Hex at 12.33, Maxi at 12.27, matching there, and of course we lost our Hedron. We lost the Hedron there. Where's the Hedron gone? Hedron Vision 3, bam. Hedron Vision 3 is at, price is chilling with the homies, so the price is at 15.05 at the moment. And if we look at the hourly chart there, just chilling on the sideways. Well, our low so far, not all-time low, our low is 13.52. Our all-time low is 5.53, I think it is. So the recent local low right there. There's a few hours ago. Now, if we actually go to the daily again, we can actually pull up get rid of that, and we can actually see that we're at so many days at the moment. We're day 53, and that means we're at day 54 on the Hedron claim. If you've got a Hex stake and you haven't claimed it, you should consider that. Need to do your due diligence, of course, but you have to go to Hedron, and you need to connect your wallet up. And then, of course, I'm going to switch over to Pulsechain so that I can do that. It is on the ETH chain, but I can only show you on the Pulsechain because I've only got stakes on that testnet. So there you connect your wallet up. You'll see your native stakes down the bottom here. You'll see some actions on the right there. Of course, I've done mine, but you'll get, you can't see that on an instant stake. So you need to, there's a claim button and a mint button. You need to click the claim button, and that will get you a 5x bonus at the moment. So if you go to home page, you'll see that it's a 5x bonus, 6 days and 70 hours to go until that disappears. Then it's going to drop down to a 4x bonus, and the 4x bonus is what Maximus is going to get. By the time that Maximus gets up and running, on day 80, they'll be eligible for a 4x volume bonus on the Hedron, and you get 1 Hedron per B share per day served times your volume multiplier, so 4x bonus in this case. It is a launch bonus, so after 100 days, all that claim button will disappear. There'll be no claim button after 100 days. It will just be the mint button. You'll just be able to mint the tokens, and you only need to mint the tokens if you want to sell them or if you want to auction for any loans that go into default. You'll be able to bid on those with your Hedron. If you win the auctions, you get the HSI stake, which has got the Hex inside it, but your Hedron will get burned if you're the winning bid. Just remember that your Hedron will get burned. So we've already got this on Pulsechain too, so you're going to copy on Pulsechain. So it's going to be pretty badass. And of course, we're going to jump over to Ethereum and check this what the Ethereum one is. It's got the Ethereum link there now. And let's see how we're getting on here. Oh, yeah, no Hex stakes found, so it's not going to show up for me, but it will show up for you, depending on where you are. Cool. So that's probably to wrap it up there, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We're up to an hour and 30 minutes, so we'll probably chill out about now. But we're going to get into the Discord here. Links in the video description. I will update the presentation for the $20,000 and $2,000 minimum, and I do apologize for the oversight on my part. And so we'll get that fixed up, and I'll post a pinned message there. Cool. All right, hope you enjoyed that one. Don't forget to catch me tomorrow, of course. We're going to keep doing more cool stuff and get into the chat there as well. We've got the woohoo's from It's now, and we'll punch that out too and put a little flames on that. Nice. And yeah, definitely subscribe to the channel. We're heading up towards 4,000 subscribers. Smash the like out there, and I will catch you in the next one. And we'll see you in Discord. I'll be there as well most of the time as well. So it's going to be cool. All right, let's close it out here. Woo-hoo. And thanks for watching. Hey, thanks for watching. Bam, there we are. Cool. And I put that in the wrong one. So I put that in Discord, and I'm going to put that in the actual channel there. Let me put that in there. Bam. Here we go. We got a cool stuff there. James says, cool, man. Thanks. You're welcome. Take care, says Lies Beneath. And thanks for watching, everybody. If you're a Hex Token channel member as well, smash out the emojis and get into there. I'm going to post some emojis there. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. All right, nice. Oh, Hex Toodle's in the house there with the emojis. Nice one. Cheers, bro, says James. You're welcome. And Hex Toodle in the house with the emojis. Hex Token and the emojis. Looking pretty hot. And once again, get into Discord there, folks. We will we'll have a lot of fun there. I'm going to delete that because that was the wrong place there, but nice one. All right, take care now. Catch you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.